something unique.
Be off now. You don't belong.
Father, Vincent of Merhoyet sent me to you.
What's the matter, my son?
I'm bringing Vincent's last will and testament.
Almighty Father, be merciful. What happened?
Master Vincent has been taken seriously ill. A disease has spread in Merhoyet.
Yes, I did hear that people are sick in some village hereabouts. God in heaven, but Vincent is still alive?
Yes, for now.
Let us hope the good Lord will leave him here with us a while longer. Thank you.
Thank you, Father.
God be with you.
You've no business here. Be quick about it.
Ah, I found it. Now to pick the flowers. Right, now back to Drahamira so I can get this thing over with.
What's that?
What are you doing?
Laughs all kinds of scratches that make your mouth water more than the finest paint.
Hey!
Don't move a finger! Surrender! Enough! You've committed a crime! What the hell do you think you... This definitely won't come cheap.
Just my luck. Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance between...
Do you think I'm so...
Oh, well, what...
All right. I hope I can be of help.
Is there anything interesting?
It's so peaceful. May the Lord watch over you.
Hey,
Hey,
are you looking for someone? Clear off before I have you thrown out.
Take care now. Damn. Ow. Is something the matter?
I am at your service.
Are there any problems?
Nothing I've heard about. Good luck to you.
I'm honored. Good luck to you.
Good morning. May the Lord watch you.
I'm at your service.
Are you in need of a helping hand, Master Butcher?
Up an hand? No. But I've got a problem with supplies.
I understand. The roads aren't safe these days.
No, that's not what I meant. Beef and pork I can get plenty of. But the burgers here have a taste for aristocratic food. And maybe you can help me with that.
You want me to poach game?
Heaven forbid I would ever suggest such a thing. No. You would have to get it by, other means.
I don't want to spoil your plans, but game doesn't grow on trees.
No, but if you happen to be...
All right. Let's say...
Excellent. Get me a wild boar for now, so I can see what you can do.
Very well.
Our Lord's tasty.
The sun may burn, the sun may shine, but you'll not wither, darling mine. A good day to you. What do you...
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course, some of my pieces are broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
Father was a blacksmith all my life. He always stoked up the furnace till it roared gently, and you could smell the heated iron. Then he plunged it into the water, and that was that.
Fine words, and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
And is that all? There's nothing else you do with it?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time, it doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
I've heard it said that you're a war...
What?
They say when you temper steel, you...
Spells? That's a good one. What?
They say when...
Spell?
I'd like to ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about tempering. I'd like to ask you about the...
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about... Do you pull teeth?
Oh, it doesn't give me any pleasure, but someone has to do it.
Oh, I have a customer here.
Bring him in. I'll go and get my pliers. Good luck to you. I'll be with you.
God watch over you, good knight.
Do you know how the blacksmith does his tempering?
You'll have to ask him yourself.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
Why is the blacksmith muttering nonsense to himself? Has he been in the sun too long?
Oh, that's nothing. Just a silly little rhyme for his work, to time it right.
Oh, I see.
No.
I've heard the local...
What utter rub...
They say he mutters spells.
Those aren't spells. Just Goodbye.
I'd like to ask you...
And I'd say...
Let's stop talking.
May the Lord watch over you.
I'm honoured that you...
Any chance of some work?
Well, come to think, he said he'd come from the Holy Land and he was selling various relics he'd collected on his travels to pay his way.
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged to the fabled Czech Queen of Sheba. But by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares, splinters from our Lord's cross, thorns from the crown, nothing of interest to me.
And where did the pieces of the sword go?
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I had them, I'd forge them back into a sword. Can you even imagine what power it would command?
Are you sure the Queen of Sheba's a Czech queen?
Who else would she be? Have you not heard of her? Our some priest. She's in the Bible.
Uh-huh. Isn't it a bit strange that some pilgrim would have something so valuable?
Are you suggesting he might have been lying? Well, people aren't to be trusted, but this is nothing to joke about. God would smite him in a flash if he made light of holy relics that way.
What kind of power?
What do you think? It brought his...
Where can I find the power?
Like I said, the smith hereabouts bought them from him. They say the largest pieces with the rat-eye swordsmith. The bastard.
I could do with a sword like that.
Well, everything has its price, but this one would be expensive. Getting...
Well, it does sound very
Excellent.
about that sword. Let's talk about the price. Sa-
Come now. All right, sir.
The sun may burn, the sun may shine, but you will not live in mine. Now, for the last time.
I'm looking for pieces of a sword.
I would.
Well,
It's a load of tripe. Only a fool would have.
but if you lied about that sword,
Don't be so gullible, lad. That bastard never saw.
I'd like to.
And I'd say.
Let's stop talking.
I'll be with you. Stop him, someone! I'll slaughter you! Yay!
Had enough.
Yeah! For the love of God!
No excuses.
Here!
You got the thrashing you deserved.
I'll amend my life. You really let him go? And did you get...
I did. I have it here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What?
Puttenberg is half far away, Puttenberg is far away. My breath is short, my feet are sore.
Yeah.
How are you, Henry?
Huh? Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
God be with you.
Damn.
The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. Couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only...
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Nah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage.
I'd like you to
Certainly.
I want to achieve...
You can't become a master of an...
Well, I'll think...
See you later.
Hey,
I want to get better.
certainly.
I'd like to...
First you have to have...
Well,
Goodbye.
How about a bit of grass?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
do you want something?
I do. And you look like the kind of fellow who knows a thing or two and wouldn't mind a bit of work that's not entirely...
What's it about?
I'm looking for someone who knows how to dip a...
Well, then it's lucky for you that I happen...
There's a farmer who lives in the craftsman's yard. He made a killing supplying vegetables. I'd like you to steal the groschen he owes me. And also a pouch containing an amulet he got from the herbalman. He's a super...
Sounds easy enough.
It ain't quite that easy, otherwise I'd handle it myself. That fucker...
May the Lord watch over you.
God be with you.
The swords,
I know he's after those.
not even...
Not. May the Lord watch over you.
The swords,
I know he's after those.
not even...
No. May the Lord watch over you.
What? Can I take a look inside the monastery?
What's got into you, boy? The grounds inside...
I've been sent here from Talmberg. I'm to speak with the one responsible for construction.
That'd be the master builder. Or with our brother, the overseer. What matter is it you're here about?
It has to do with the stone for construction.
Ah, then that's a matter of supply. You'll want to talk to the overseer. He knows more about that sort of thing. His study's right above us, more or less. Go up the steps to the left and then head back in this direction, almost the whole way. Good luck to you. If you're not working...
I'm at your service.
I've come in the name of Sir Divish. I'd like to have a look around the spot where the accident happened.
And why is Sir Divish interested in that regrettable accident?
He'd like to know what role the masonry had in it.
I guess it played a crucial role. But I don't intend to stand in the way of your investigation. I've already made sure the poor man was well taken care of.
Thank you. I appreciate... They sent you a letter from Talmberg.
Really?
Oh no, I'm not the messenger. They sent it earlier.
And it still hasn't arrived? It depends on who the letter was passed on to, but I'm sure it will find its way here in the end.
Who's in charge of purchasing materials for the construction?
Mainly it's me. I pay the fees and make arrangements for delivery, but those in charge of the actual building take care of the rest. I'm not knowledgeable when it comes to the quality of stone. They had the red stone delivered from a long way off.
They take care of storage as well?
Yes, but usually whatever arrives is used up straight away. The construction is in full progress.
Do you remember when they brought the last delivery of stone?
Yes. It rained a lot that week, so they let the carriage sit right outside of the gate on the other side of the wall. It took some time before it was dry enough for further transport.
And there wasn't anything strange about it?
A little strange, I suppose. Usually they bring us a large block of stone, which the builders cut to size. But this time it was a number of smaller pieces. No one complained. They probably saw it as less work.
I heard that you were late with your payment to the Talmberg quarry.
That's true. We ourselves had late payments, and it took some time before we gathered enough money to pay. But that's happened in the past. Take care now.
If you're not work...
Mind out.
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep... Sometimes I have to hold.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
Thank you. I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me, and I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
I'm surprised you see it that way. They only talk about you with respect.
Really? Them?
Of course. They said you fight like a bull. And they hope you'll have a beer with them sometime again.
Well, definitely. Men will fight sometimes. I'm sure we'll settle this debt somehow.
Farewell.
I am honored that you should come to me.
The Overseer sent me. You're to show me the place where the accident happened.
Like I've got time to spare to show you round. He should have done it himself. Why do you want to know, anyway?
Because of the Talmberg stone. If they really are delivering poor quality material, then there should be consequences.
I'd be interested in what kind. But I'm guessing the Overseer likes the idea of cheaper stone, right?
And have you noticed anything else going on?
Of course. It's a construction site. Things are always going wrong. The men are always complaining and the work isn't being done fast enough.
So it's just like any other building work?
Essentially, yes. Occasionally someone brings in bad wood or a man cuts off his thumb and blames it on a bad omen. And then there's all these rumors going round.
I'd be interested to know what the...
Who's been stealing, which men from the monastery go to visit women, how the work's going, normal things. It's only the talk about the curse that's not in the normal run of things. And then there's that devil's skull they dug up.
Who's stealing? Could someone be stealing the stone?
According to the rumors, everyone, from the abbot and the custodian down to the lowest laborer. It's like with whores and dice. There's no protection against slander. And something gets lost here and there, that's true. But nobody stole any stone. There wouldn't be any left if every man here started helping himself, would there?
You talked about the devil's skull?
I did. They say it was found in the hole dug for the foundation of the scaffolding. They moved it so it would do it...
And who might know more?
Shouldn't you be investigating the stone? Leszek's in charge of the scaffold.
Where's the scene of the accident?
It didn't happen on the main site. It was at the outbuilding next to the church, right under the long stairs before the entrance door. Ask my assistant who's in charge there. You'll easily recognize him. He dresses up like he owns the place. Good luck to you.
Can you tell me something about the poor wretch with the broken head?
Yadok, he was a decent...
Did he have any enemies? Somebody who would want to...
Kill him? You think someone threw that stone block on his head? If you're looking for the culprit, then have a look at the stone.
Who's in charge of the place where the accident happened?
Me. I watch over everything here, and when necessary, I go to see my master. He is kept busy enough with the construction of the church.
And are you responsible for checking the stone?
Yes. We tested what load they could handle and how much they crumbled during dressing.
Where were you when it happened?
I'm not even sure. Somewhere else. I ran over when I heard the screaming.
Did you notice anything?
No, I didn't. These things happen with great building works. It wasn't the first time.
very words. The neighbours are missing 2 hens already.
Take care now.
Yeah. Yeah. Good day to you.
I heard you found something.
It's true. I dug it up during work. I then ran away with it and got rid.
And what was it that nobody was supposed to see?
What do you think?
Here, on holy ground, in the middle of the monastery.
But it was outside the monastery walls.
Where exactly? Is there anything else there worth seeing?
Nothing but scaffolding. We started digging there to set foundations for extending it.
And are you sure it was a devil's skull?
I know what I saw. I can recognize besides.
And where is it now? What did you do with it?
I was taking it down to the river to throw it in. Only I dropped it at the top. Farewell.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Wizek, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find...
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow would...
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Wizek, was last seen riding alongside the Sasau River, passing by the foot. Evidently, he never made it.
Well, I'll look or under the ground.
Good luck to you.
About that Moldavite?
Yes.
No, nothing.
Of course. Just remember that... Take care now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes? Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to... How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying. Usually needless. We don't have enough food or space.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people?
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he...
Can I have a look at them myself?
Do you now? And what would you do?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like...
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't...
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything.
Doesn't the monastery...
They give us some food for them and a place to...
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That...
Anything else you...
Look around.
Well, it is a little
Crowded. I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on? I tried that. Out loud. They...
And how are you doing?
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's...
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of...
What can you tell me about...
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he...
All right, that's...
Look, Henry, I know... Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked. We desperately...
I'll do whatever's... Tell me more. All right.
God be with you.
Please, help me. Sleep again.
Take care now.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly
monks so old they can't hold themselves up.
Oh, if that were the only... But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten.
If only it had been a battle.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to your...
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However...
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me.
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit you.
Thank you. Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have...
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a...
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the...
And the local custodian? His crew has enough.
I tried him, but it seems he had some
And the local custodian?
I tried...
I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the sky.
I know. I'm ashamed. But my brother...
Even so, conditions here seem to me...
You're not the only one.
I'd like to learn something. A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise, do you understand?
Of course. Like the back...
You don't look the part, but if you say so. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds.
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
How can I tell them?
You see, this is the part where you learn something. Look in the...
Where is it they're not supposed to grow?
Between the mint. Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back and...
Don't worry, you've never had as good a gardener. What will happen to my family? How do I know?
You see, this is...
I see.
Quiet!
This has to be the stone that hit him. I'll take a piece of it. Maybe someone will recognize it. It looks genuine, but I'm not capable of judging.
I hope I can be.
Where's the knacker in?
He lives between the rat house and the church.
Thank you.
God be with you.
Watch where you're going, you lout. You nearly killed me. Take care now. Huh?
I'm at your service.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah.
I'm at your service.
I found this skull.
It certainly looks like it. With the horn. Well, let's see.
I'm glad to hear it's not the real thing.
And they put a lot of work into it too. The horns are held on tight, even though it was lying in water. Whoever did this, may the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. Yeah.
the skull is a fake.
But where would they get a human skull?
Maybe to frighten the workers? Raise the price?
But that wouldn't help anyone. An idiot who was nearly...
Farewell.